Some time ago I did a video about privileges, about this societal idea of privileges and how does this societal idea apply to me. I kinda expected some backslash to it because my idea is different to the idea of the society, but it is how it is. I mean, I didn't have so many subscribers at that moment. I don't have so many subscribers now, but thank you for being there. But today I want to share with you the privileges that A, I do have, and B, with which I do agree. So in terms of, yes, I do have them and they helped me a lot during my life. Let us talk about it. But obviously, before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experience about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's start. This list is definitely not a complete list of all of my privileges or all of the stuff that I didn't do anything to get, but I still profit from it. And we begin with 2 parents household. I have 2 parents household. I have 2 parents, mother and father, and both of them cared about me. Based on my knowledge, it is one of the most deciding factors in terms of success for pretty much every person, independent of sex, where that person come from and whatnot. If we make all other variables equal and only make a difference in terms of does this person come from 2 parents household, 1 parent household or no parent household, the results, based on my understanding, are very profitable for a person who has a 2 parent household. So yes, although I don't always agree with my parents with a lot of stuff that happened in the past and what happens in the present, yes, I have to tell it, I did profit from the fact that I have 2 parents and that they cared about me, that they were not alcoholics or whatnot. The next second point of the list that is kinda connected to the first one but not directly, and it is financial literacy. I'm not really very good with economics and very good with finances, but thanks to the fact that there was some wealth that I could work with, if you can call it like that. We are not very rich, we are not really rich, but there are some opportunities that my family, or some possibilities, or some wealth actually, which my family gathered over the years. And I actually mean, I'm the 3rd generation, because everything prior to that, most of the generations prior to that, even if they had wealth, wealth and Jews and 1940s, difficult times, which is why basically a lot of people started from zero, starting from that point. So yes, there was some wealth in the family, which allowed me to do a lot, and also due to the fact that our wealth wasn't really indefinite, I learned to understand that there are borders to finances, that you cannot allow yourself to just throw money away and it will somehow solve itself. All the problems will solve themselves. So yes, and I think it is very important quality as an adult to have this quality, to have this understanding of finances, at least on some basic level. You don't have to understand the whole economics of the world, but on the basic level it is very helpful. Then we have the 3rd group of my privileges, and here we have education, skills and XP. And although I have to say it, I did a lot in order to acquire that kind of education that I have, that set of skills that I have, that experience that I have. However, a part of it became possible only thanks to many opportunities and possibilities that were provided to me by other people, being it my family, or being it some other people who were in some positions and that thought Yury is a cool person. It doesn't matter. There were a lot of opportunities that I was smart enough to take, which led to a lot of experience that I gathered, which helped me over time, which helped me to become me, which helped me to get the job that I have right now, or maybe will help me to get jobs in the future, or maybe they help me to create this channel. All of that is thanks partially, not completely, to other people, not only to me. And the last 4th group of privileges has a lot to do with my body, with also a little bit with my character, but also a lot with my body. I'm an able-bodied person. I don't have any chronic illnesses. I don't have any psychological problems, like major psychological problems. I'm not ugly, so I'm maybe not the most attractive person, but I'm also not ugly. And also I do have some charisma. Yes, some of it I developed over time, but I do have it. And again, here to a big degree, it is just like that. I didn't have a major influence on the situation. Yes, obviously I could do some dumb stuff and lose my arm, for example, but overall, the fact that I am as I am, that all of my body parts are working, that my brain is working in a proper way, all of that is not thanks to me. As some people would say, it is biology. Biology. Yeah, and I am thankful for the fact that I have that kind of biology. I understand that not all of people have it, and yes, I'm kind of privileged. It allowed me to do a lot. I'm pretty sure that if you don't have my biology, you still can achieve a lot, and I'm completely sure of it. There are a lot of examples in the world, but I just didn't have to go that way. I could go my way, which in my personal opinion, a lot of people would consider an easier way. As you probably understood from the combination of this and previous video about privileges, I'm not a big fan of using race or ethnic group as a big privilege. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have any influence. Race and ethnic group definitely has influence on your life or on some person's life. It has influence on the outcome of a lot of actions, I would call it like that. And whether you're an immigrant or whether you were born in the country, also different cases with different outcomes. However, in my experience, these privileges that I mentioned in this video were more important for people than race, ethnic group, maybe sometimes religion and whatnot. I think it is my experience. I also think that depending on the country, a lot of people would have similar experience. Obviously, if the country is, for example, very homophobic and you are a homosexual person, yes, obviously, your sexuality will be a big topic of comparison. But on the other hand, if in this country people don't care about sexuality or people support different kinds of sexualities, then it kind of doesn't matter. It doesn't have that much of an influence. Yes, it has influence on your psychological development or maybe on some of your emotional problems, but at the end of the day, a lot of people have them. I wouldn't call it a major influence, at least in comparison to the other influences and other privileges that I mentioned in this video. And in the very end, I want to tell you one sentence which actually summarizes my opinion about privileges and societal opinion about privileges and how much do I have to listen to society about my privileges. In my personal opinion, my privilege is my life until now. It's how it was, it's what experience I gathered, it's how it actually happened. And it is not how you think or how maybe society think or how Peter from around the corner thinks about my life or how did it work. At the end of the day, although there are some things that can make your life easier and maybe people who have this thing have similar experiences and people who don't have this thing also have similar experience between them, I wouldn't go as far as to say that all people from one group have same experience and are lucky and have only good life and no problems whatsoever. It's more difficult in my personal opinion. But obviously it is my personal opinion. You can write yours in the comments. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Except for that, I see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.